Hello! What is great? What's great for me today is that I, while editing, realised the lights were too close and that I was pretty bright in my face. So I put them further away today and hopefully that is great for you also while watching. I hope you've got something amazing happening today for you. So we are up to Act 2, Scene 2 of The Merchant of Venice. Venice, a street. Enter Lancelot, the clown, alone. Lancelot Gobbo. Certainly, my conscience will serve me to run from this Jew, my master. The fiend is at mine elbow and tempts me, saying to me, Gobbo, Lancelot Gobbo, good Lancelot. Or, good Gobbo, or good Lancelot Gobbo. Use your legs, take the start, run away. My conscience says, no, take heed, honest Lancelot. Take heed, honest Gobbo. Or, as aforesaid, honest Lancelot Gobbo, do not run, scorn running with thy heels. Well, the most courageous fiend bids me pack. Via, says the fiend. Away, says the fiend. For the heavens, rouse up a brave mind, says the fiend, and run. Well, my conscience, hanging about the neck of my heart, says very wisely to me, my honest friend Lancelot, being an honest man's son, or rather, an honest woman's son, for indeed my father did something smack, something grow too. He had a kind of taste. Well, my conscience says, Lancelot, budge not. Budge, says the fiend. Budge not, says my conscience. Conscience, say I, you counsel well. Fiend, says I, you counsel well. To be ruled by my conscience, I should stay with the Jew, my master, who, God bless them, Mark, is a kind of devil. And to run away from the Jew, I should be ruled by the fiend, who, saving irreverence, is the devil himself. Certainly the Jew is the very devil incarnal. And in my conscience is but a kind of hard conscience to offer to counsel me to stay with the Jew. The fiend gives a more friendly counsel. I will run. Fiend, my heels are at your command. I will run. Enter old Gobbo with a basket. Old Gobbo. Master, young man, you, I pray you, which is the way to Master Jews? Lancelot Gobbo, aside. Oh heavens, this is my true begotten father, who, being more than sand blind, high gravel blind, knows me not. I will try confusions with him. Old Gobbo. Master, young gentleman, I pray you, which is the way to Master Jews? Lancelot Gobbo. Turn up on your right hand at the next turning, but at the next turning of all, on your left. Marry, at the very next turning, turn of no hand, but turn down directly to the Jew's house. Old Gobbo. Oh, by God, Sonties, 'twill be a hard way to hit. Can you tell me whether one Lancelot that dwells with him, dwell with him or no? Lancelot Gobbo. Talk you of young Master Lancelot? Aside. Mark me now. Now will I raise the waters. Talk you of young Master Lancelot? Old Gobbo. No master, sir, but a poor man's son. His father, though I say it, is an honest, exceeding poor man, and, God be thanked, well to live. Lancelot Gobbo. Well, let his father be what it will, we talk of young Master Lancelot. Old Gobbo. Your worship's friend and Lancelot, sir. Lancelot Gobbo. But I pray you, ergo, old man, ergo, I beseech you, talk you of young Master Lancelot. Old Gobbo. Of Lancelot. an it please your mastership. Lancelot Gobbo. Ergo, Master Lancelot. Talk not of Master Lancelot, father, for the young gentleman, according to fates and destinies, and such old sayings, the sisters three, and such branches of learning, is indeed deceased, or, as you would say in plain terms, gone to heaven. Old Gobbo. Marry, God forbid! The boy was the very staff of my age, my very prop. Lancelot Gobbo. Do I look like a cudgel or a hovel post, a staff or a prop? Do you know me, father? Old Gobbo. Alack the day, I know you not, young gentleman, but I pray you, tell me, is my boy, God rest his soul, alive or dead? Lancelot Gobbo. Do you not know me, father? Old Gobbo. Alack, sir, I am sand blind, I know you not. Lancelot Gobbo. Nay, indeed, if you had your eyes, you might fail of the knowing me. It is a wise father that knows his own child. Well, old man, I will tell you news of your son. Give me your blessing. Kneels. Truth will come to light. Murder cannot be hid long. A man's son may, but in the end, truth will out. Old Gobbo. Pray you, sir, stand up. I am sure you are not Lancelot, my boy. Lancelot Gobbo. Pray you, let's have no more fooling about it, but give me your blessing. I am Lancelot, your boy that was, your son that is, your child that shall be. Old Gobbo. I cannot think you are my son. Lancelot Gobbo. I know not what I shall think of that, but I am Lancelot, the Jew's man, and I am sure Marjorie, your wife, is my mother. Old Gobbo. Her name is Marjorie, indeed. I'll be sworn, if thou be Lancelot, thou art mine own flesh and blood. Lord worshipped might he be. What a beard hast thou got? Thou hast got more hair on thy chin than Dobbin my fill horse has on his tail. Lancelot Gobbo, rising. Well, it should seem then that Dobbin's tail grows backward. I am sure he had more hair of his tail than I have of my face when I last saw him. Old Gobbo. Lord, how art thou changed? How dost thou and thy master agree? I have brought him a present. How agree you now? Lancelot Gobbo. Well, but for mine own part, as I have set up my rest to run away, so I will not rest till I have run some ground. My master's a very Jew. Give him a present, give him a halter. I am famished in his service. You may tell every finger I have with my ribs. Father, I am glad you are come. Give me your present to one Master Bassanio, who indeed gives rare new liveries. If I serve not him, I will run as far as God has any ground. Oh, rare fortune! Here comes the man. To him, father, for I am a Jew if I serve the Jew any longer. Enter Bassanio with Leonardo and a follower or two. Bassanio. You may do so, but let it be so hasted that supper be ready at the furthest by 5 of the clock. See these letters delivered. Put the liveries to making, and desire Gratiano to come anon to my lodging. Exit a servant. Lancelot Gobbo. To him, father. Old Gobbo. God bless your worship. Bassanio. Gramercy, wouldst thou aught with me? Old Gobbo. Here's my son, sir, a poor boy. Lancelot Gobbo. Not a poor boy, sir, but the rich Jew's man. That would, sir, as my father shall specify, Old Gobbo, he hath a great infection, sir, as one would say, to serve. Lancelot Gobbo. Indeed. The short and the long is, I serve the Jew, and have a desire, as my father shall specify, Old Gobbo, his master and he, saving your worship's reverence, are scarce cater cousins. Lancelot Gobbo. To be brief, the very truth is that the Jew, having done me wrong, doth cause me, as my father being, I hope, an old man, shall fruitify unto you. Old Gobbo. I have here a dish of doves that I would bestow upon your worship. And my suit is, Lancelot Gobbo, in very brief, the suit is impertinent to myself, as your worship shall know by this honest old man. And though I say it, though old man, yet poor man, my father. Bassanio. One speak for both. What would you? Lancelot Gobbo. Serve you, sir. Old Gobbo. This is the very defect of the matter, sir. Bassanio. I know thee well. Thou hast obtained thy suit. Shylock, thy master, spoke with me this day, and hath preferred thee. If it be preferment to leave a rich Jew's service, to become the follower of so poor a gentleman. Lancelot Gobbo. The old proverb is very well parted between my master Shylock and you, sir. You have the grace of God, sir, and he hath enough. Bassanio. Thou speakest it well. Go, father, with thy son. Take leave of thy old master, and inquire my lodging out to a servant. Give him a livery more guarded than his fellows. See it done. Lancelot Gobbo. Father, in. I cannot get a service, no. I have ne'er a tongue in my head. Well, looking at his palm, if any man in Italy have a fairer table which doth offer to swear upon a book, I shall have good fortune. Go to, here's a simple line of life. Here's a small trifle of wives. Alas, 15 wives is nothing. 11 widows and 9 maids is a simple coming in for one man. And then to scape drowning thrice, and to be in peril of my life with the edge of a feather bed. Here are simple scapes. Well, if fortune be a woman, she's a good wench for this gear. Father, come, I'll take my leave of the Jew in the twinkling of an eye. Exeunt Lancelot and old Gobbo. Bassanio. I pray thee, good Leonardo, think on this. These things being bought and orderly bestowed, return in haste, for I do feast tonight my best esteemed acquaintance. Hie thee, go, Leonardo. My best endeavours shall be done herein. Enter Gratiano. Gratiano. Where's your master? Leonardo. Yonder, sir, he walks. Exit Leonardo. Gratiano. Signor Bassanio. Bassanio. Gratiano. Gratiano. I have a suit to you. Bassanio. You have obtained it. Gratiano. You must not deny me. I must go with you to Belmont. Bassanio. Why, then you must. But hear thee, Gratiano. Thou art too wild, too rude and bold of voice, parts that become thee happily enough, and in such eyes as ours appear not false. But where thou art not known, why, there they show something too liberal. Prithee, take pain to allay with some cold drops of modesty thy skipping spirit, lest through thy wild behaviour I be misconstrued in the place I go to and lose my hopes. Gratiano. Signor Bassanio, hear me. If I do not put on a sober habit, talk with respect, and swear but now and then, wear prayer books in my pocket, look demurely, nay, more, while grace is saying, hood mine eyes thus with my hat, and sigh, and say amen. Use all the observance of civility, like one well studied in a sad ostent, to please his grandam. Never trust me more. Bassanio. Well, we shall see your bearing. Gratiano. Nay, but I bar tonight. You shall not gauge me by what we do tonight. Bassanio. No, that were pity. I would entreat you rather to put on your boldest suit of mirth, for we have friends that purpose merriment. But fare ye well. I have some business, Gratiano, and I must to Lorenzo and the rest, but we will visit you at supper time. Excellent. That was a little crazy scene, wasn't it? Lancelot Gobbo escaping Shylock's clutches and being brought into Bassanio's world. Very interesting, I thought. I hope you guys found it interesting. If you've got any questions or thoughts or any sort of things come to your mind, pop them into a comment and I would love to address them, answer them, fix them, whatever it may be. I would love you to like the video if you did like it, and I would love you to subscribe to Shakespeare with Izzy if that is of interest to you. I will see you next week.